A pope reaching out to gay priests? It may seem a little surprising, but Pope Francis has taken a stand not to judge homosexuals.
Fox 28's Amanda Johnson talks with experts and Catholics who say this may be the beginning of a big change in the Catholic Church.
If a person is gay and accepts the Lord and has goodwill, who am I to judge them?
That's what Pope Francis told reporters Monday during his return from a week in Brazil. And his statements have people around the world talking. But St. Mary's College professor of religious studies, Dr. Joseph M Incandela, says they aren't surprising.
It's very consistent with one of his dominant themes.
A theme that Dr. Incandela says varies from one pope to the next. And for Pope Francis, he says the theme seems to be mercy.
I think anything that makes the church more relevant in people's lives is a positive.
He says the statements may take time to get used to.
When he says things that represent a departure from what you're used to hearing, your first reaction is, wow, that's new.
And that's the reaction of many folks in Michiana. Some are excited to see the change, others hesitant.
I just think that once you start opening doors to new change, it'll start almost like a avalanche effect, and everything will start changing. And once so much starts changing, then you lose the old tradition.
I think changes are good, and with modern times, you got to keep up with times.
Catholic Orlando Bias thinks that accepting gay priests will encourage honesty.
It's better to know who is who instead of keeping it quiet.
But Dr. Incandela says the issue of gay priests is just one topic.
He seems to understand what the problems are, and he seems to understand what some of the solutions are.
He says look for other views to be challenged under Pope Francis' leadership. In South Bend, Amanda Johnson, Fox 28 News.
And while the Pope's comments do not mean a change in church policy, it's a big change after Pope Benedict signed a document in 2005 saying men with homosexual tendencies should not be priests.
Well, Pope Francis is sticking to his guns on other policies, though. He was adamant that women should not be priests.